on the Hill. I am Will Willis, one of your social member team members.
And I am Kenzie Austin, another one of your team members.
Today we have two of the most gracious and humblest women at Collis Hill. So I want to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Hughes. I am on the praise team here at the church where we lead people in worship. I am also over our Lift Ladies, which is Ladies in Fellowship Together. And I'm also dealing with the media team during church services for as the monitors and making sure that everything goes well during that time.
Great evening. I'm Karen Austin. I'm a facilitator for Daughters of Esther, which is the young ladies of the UCWM ministry at our church. I'm also the children's church facilitator. I'm also assistant facilitator for our Wednesday night youth Bible class, and I serve as a special feature team member for our Sunday school as well.
So we have let these amazing women introduce themselves. So let's just do a little background on why we're here tonight. We know that March is National Women's Month. And we just thought as a social media team, why not ask some of the leaders of our church that are amazing women of God to come answer some questions just to interact with us. So let's start off with question number one. Question number one, who inspires you? Anybody can go.
I would say a woman that knows how to carry herself. She's very authentic. In the church, we have different women that hold roles, and it's by the way that they dress, the way that they articulate themselves, and the way that they carry themselves, not only in church, but outside of church. Some of my family members, women that encourage me and lift me up, are some people that I look forward to as inspiration.
And as for me, I think I echo the same thing. I also want women who persevere. I've seen perseverance within them, within their testimony, within their walk, and how they, even through things they've been within their lives, that they're within their lives, they still come back stronger than ever. And it just let me know that no matter what the battle, what the struggle is, that if I just keep persevering, keep trusting in God, that all will be well. So women that exhibit that, and like Sister Jasmine said, we have a number of women in our church who holds those attributes, and those are women who inspire me.
Okay, so another question is, how do you think your position makes others feel?
Well, I try to serve the Lord in a way that I'm able to show people true love, authentic love, and show them that in everyday life that that if you allow God to lead, then you will be blessed in many ways. So I'm praying that the way that I'm impactful to others, they just see the God in me.
I'm mindful that people are always watching. So I have to be authentic, not only at church, but also in the work area and anywhere that I am. I want to do things that will inspire them by the way that I conduct myself, by the way that I handle things. And I just want to show them that as a woman that you can be anything and you can be inspired by the people that's around you.
So my next question, how do you think your leadership role in the church, do people look up to you, like our younger ladies, our older women? So how do you think your leadership role affects other women at church?
I can say I hope that it inspires someone to get in the position that I'm in, because I don't want to hold the position for 50 or 60 years. I want to train someone to do what I'm doing and also to do better at it. So just encouraging our young ladies that they can hold this position as well.
And I agree. I want to lead in a way the way I'm grooming others. So I want them to see that just as I led or I'm leading, that they can lead as well. And a good leader always teaches the ones that fall behind her. So you're not in a leadership position to stay there. You're in a leadership position to raise up other leaders as well.
Okay, so my next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years with this position?
Well, in 5 years with this position, well, I love children. I love the youth. I have a heart, I've always had a heart for serving the children and youth, especially young ladies. Where I see myself, maybe not necessarily in the leadership roles, but still serving in those roles, serving alongside and working alongside other women who have been groomed for these positions. I want to be able to assist the younger ladies who are coming up and to continue to serve the youth, because like I said, I really and truly feel like that I know my passion is working with the children. I feel like that's where I'm most beneficial to God's kingdom. And so I would like to impact others who are coming behind me so they can continue that same kind of service to God in his house.
And piggyback off of Sister Karen, definitely don't want to see myself still holding this position. Hopefully somebody else can come along and do a great job and move the different programs in greater areas.
So, one of my questions is, can you tell us your favorite scripture and why? Like, why is your favorite scripture? Does it inspire you? Is there a testimony behind that scripture? So, that's the next question.
The scripture that I'm leaving by now is, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness, because in conclusion, we are weak vessels, and I'm learning now how to lean and depend more on God in every area of my life. In some areas I may be strong in, but other areas I'm weak. So I know that God's grace is sufficient for me, no matter what I'm going through.
Well, there are a number of scriptures that I am, this year have just been placed upon my heart and my mind. But the one that I am really leaning on is, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. That's one that we've been saying. I know I've been saying probably one of the first verses I've learned. And I'm learning now in my older age that if I always acknowledge God, I always put God first, even when I want to put self, allow self to get in, if I just stop for a minute and acknowledge God for who he is and allow him to lead, then it all works out for my good. And I'm just so thankful that God's continuing to teach me that, and I'm continuing to learn that. And so that is the verse that I think resonates with me right now in my life the most.
So we have seen that these two women are the perfect example. I know me personally, I look up to them. I sing with Jazz in the choir. Miss Karen, she's like that phone call away, that text away. Even Miss Jazz, our Sunday school teacher. So these women were just very key components to how strong the women at Collis Hill are. We have amazing role models here. We have God-fearing women that shows our other young ladies, not only but our young men as well, how to live by the word. We also hear they're supposed to live how you talk how you live, live by the word. They walk it, they talk it, they dance it, they sing it, they do everything. Perfect examples to what we women want to look for and up to. So my last question is there any takeaway, anything you want to tell the young ladies, anything you want to tell the young men, or anybody in church? What is one thing that you just dying to get off your chest?
Keep God first. And the time is now. It seems like as young people, you have a lot of time to do things, a lot of time to get saved, a lot of time to work for the Lord, but the time is now, because time is precious, and the next minute is not promised, the next hour is not promised, the next day is not promised. So I would just like to tell our young people, even people in the church, the time is now to do whatever it is, salvation. The time is now to open that business. The time is now to go for that leadership role. The time is now is to do whatever God is calling you to do.
I agree. That's the one thing that to make sure that you keep God first, to make sure that you acknowledge God in all that you do. There are so many things that we read about, we hear about, and we see happening in our community that's affecting our young people. And I just want our young people, all young people, to just really and truly trust and hold on to those things that are what last always, which is God and his love. And also to remember that I love you. Remember that you have others in church who love you. So whenever you feel like you're against the wall, you have nowhere to turn, after you prayed and gone to God, please reach out to those you know love you, that you know have that genuine love for you, because we want to support you. We want to let you know that we're here for you and that you can do anything that you set your mind to do, as long as you allow God to lead you and you have that support system. So those are things I want you to remember.
Okay, so this is my last question. What keeps you going? Like, what encourages you to do what you do?
My motivation is, aside from wanting to live this life and live this life in a way, I'm not perfect by any means, but live this life in a way I will be able to be with God in heaven for all eternity. I will be able to see those people who have gone on, who I miss, who have impacted and inspired me. But my motivation in human form are my 3 children. They motivate me to know that what I do impacts them. And I strive every day to be the best mother that I can be. And also now my children, I've been fortunate and blessed enough to have extended children, children that I call my bonus children. And I also, they motivate me as well, because I don't want them to see me doing anything. Well, I don't want to be a stumbling block to them. So I try my best to live in a way they know that they're loved. They know that that if you put God first, everything will work out. And they also know that you can make mistakes, but remember, don't dwell in that mistake. Remember to keep pushing past the mistake, because there is greater.
My motivation will be God giving me a second chance. When I received salvation, it was God telling me that, hey, here's your second chance at life. And if I gave all that effort and time to the devil, of course, I could do more for God. And so that is my motivation, along with my family members, my husband, even my students at school, just the people around me continue to motivate me to be the best that I can be.
As we close out this episode, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to just being our special guest today. It meant a lot for you to check that box. Yes, we love you. If we had $1,000, it wouldn't be enough. But we just thank you all for just trusting social media to let you have your moment of shine.
And make sure you guys follow us on all of our social medias, and see you next week. Bye.